had to be a moment at some point where your life pivoted, where you said, "Nah, this ain't it," or you just said, "I want more. I got a plan. I got a dream. I got an idea." Like it was a moment you said, "Pow, next level." House of Leo, you got something for me?
Yeah, I think that mine was when I decided to stop selling cocaine.
Oh God, allegedly.
Okay. Um, I Here's the thing. I always had an issue with it or a paradox with it because I'm profiting off it, and but my mom is suffering from she's addicted to cocaine or whatever. So I always had like a issue of feeling about it. But like I tell people all the time, man, the drug is so addictive, and it's not just addictive to the people that's using it. It's the people that's selling it, man. You get you get so addicted to the to the money coming in and out of your hand. You get addicted to the power. How you could be 20-some years old and you can control a 40-some-year-old man. Tell them to do anything. Have them waiting all day and just treat them like shit. And then sometimes and to the point where they still grown, so they're gonna try to handle you. So now you gotta handle them, and now you're a 20-some-year-old man handling a grown ass man, and it just puts you in a it just puts you in a really really bad space, man. I can't unsee the things that I've seen. I can't undo the things that I've done, man. I've seen it. I've seen the worst. So for me personally, I think that the day that I decided to do that, it was the day I pivoted and changed my life because you know that it took so much, man. And then you go from making your money coming in that way to now you just got to work and you got to start. It's like you got to start all over, and you spend 20 to 30, not gaining soft skills, not gaining transferable skills to work. And now you got to go back and you're doing hard labor trying to get yourself out, man. I just think that, but I also think that I've seen so many homes get tore up. I've seen so much violence from it. And I just think it was the best move I ever made. And if I had to say at any point in my life, that was the pivot that was most important to me.
Gonzarelli.
Hmm. I don't know, Horace. That was a great question when you asked that. I think for me, Chris, that is a hard one. I walk that walk with you, brother. I understand. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knowing what to do because all the skills that you did learn can't do a damn thing for you in the next on that next rung of the ladder. But I was gonna say, the pivot for me to just when I realized that I like my freedom more than anything else. So I deemed myself unemployable, uh, and I work for myself. That takes a pair of cojones because boy, it's not easy. Sometimes it's the greatest world ever. And then sometimes I don't want to talk to anybody, not my daughter or my mama or anybody, because I don't know if I just made the biggest mistake of my life and I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing, and maybe I need to go back to the work world. But whatever it is, that nervous energy, I like it. It keeps me thriving. It keeps me going. I want to get to that pinnacle where I have mastered my freedom, being financially free. Because at that point, everything that I need is covered financially, and everything that I want to do, I can. And that's what it's all about. So me making that pivot or realizing that I need to make that pivot, that's my point. What about you?
I'm trying to figure it out, right? I am really trying to figure it out. The easy part was, and it's sad, all of us gonna be, I guess, that moment where we left the streets.
Hmm.
And I'm thinking that it got to be something else. But I think that's what it is. Kindle. Kindle was my blueprint. After having Tyler and Mari, Kendall, when Kendall was born, I lost my instincts. You know what I mean? I lost my instincts. I wanted to sing. I really was craving to be a regular dude, like be a daddy. Like when I see Mario with his kids now at his home, that's what I wanted. I just wanted to be a regular person. So I created a fake resume, Just luckily, the people in Lake Park didn't check it. So create a fake resume with all this experience, got on the job, do this. I'm like, show me how you do it. So I didn't have no experience at all. But I got on the back of that garbage truck, man. So I went from being that to making $9 an hour, $9 an hour, and getting paid and probably having $50 to make it 2 weeks. But it was a humbling time, bro. I must say that. But when I left the street, everybody told me I was stupid. I was cooter whipped and how you walk away and all that stuff. But I really just wanted to be a regular person. Like I wanted to be working 9 to 5, pick my kid up from daycare, come home, watch TV and all that stuff. And I really did that for a while. I would go to work on the back of a garbage truck. I was so happy to be on the back of a garbage truck, making a check, get off, pick up Kendall, we go home. I cook dinner, bathe them. So I think that was my pivot. And then barely making, like, okay, this is cool, but I'm making $9 an hour and I'm having 50. This ain't gonna get it. And I think that motivated me to say, like, okay, this is good. And it took a lot of work, but if I work a little harder, I can get more. And then I got my first promotion. Then it made me work harder to get another promotion. And I always say overall, the work ethic, being rewarded for my work ethic probably was my pivot in life. So, yeah, I wanted to be Bill Cosby, man. I think that was it. That was a good transition. Super Mario Sr.
That's crazy. I thought for sure all y'all were gonna talk about when y'all had y'all kids. That's crazy. Because now it's like we definitely damn sure beating the drum, but because I concur with all of y'all. But I think that mine was a little bit different. I think when I moved to Atlanta the last time, I definitely said I prayed and said, God, if you can show me a way, then I'd never sell drugs again. Like anything. Like I don't give a damn if a bitch give me a illegal piece of aspirin right now. Nah, bro, I don't want it. Because one thing I learned about it is after seeing, like Chris said, just seeing so much in the streets, like because I wasn't just locked into one drug. I sold a lot of shit. So because I wasn't indoctrinated into one crash of a drug. I was like, I needed wherever the money was going, that's where I was going. You know what I'm saying? So, and then like Chris said, you get so wrapped up into the lifestyle of the abundance of stuff that come from it. It's not just the like because you can go make $100,000 and you still don't get that same feeling. For one, when you sell the drug, most likely you're gonna be working with your homeboys. Let's just break this down. You're working with your homeboys. So the people that you love the most and hang out with the most, those are your compadres at work. Mm-hmm. Most likely you're gonna be waking up on your hours. You're gonna be doing stuff you want to. You can live a nightlife and still make money. You can do anything you want to and still be incorporating money as it comes. And then you get the fruits of being in the lower the dark world. Or like you getting people who steal, who gonna give you discounts, and people who all the barter stuff that you get from just a little piece of nothing. You can get a whole TVs and clothes unlimited for your kids. It's just crazy, right? And then like Chris said, not to go on and on, but then you get the common. I looked at everything a rich person say. If you sell drugs, you're gonna get that too. Cause then I can have by the snap of a finger somebody wash my car, my mama car, cut the grass, go to Sonics and get me a burger and drive it all the way back to me while I'm sitting in the yard. Like every amenity that I'm pretty sure that you would think somebody who was rich had, I had.
Mm-hmm. Uber before Uber.
And these people twice your age.
Right.
Uber Eats.
Yeah. And then people just begging, right? So when you think about all this kind of stuff like this, you be like, man, what was the hard part? The hardest part was leaving all of that and saying, like Chris said, like I had wasted 10 to 15 of my best years of starting from the bottom to not entering the workforce. So when you enter the workforce, now you have the mind of a king. The person now, I ain't know. And now you're at the bottom. So you talking about a pivot. See, I just had, for me to even have to listen to somebody who I know couldn't stand 2 seconds where I used to be at, it was a humbling experience. And then to understand that I can always go back to doing that. Because I know what I know. Like them trades, like Chris said, they don't transfer to this world, but that world never stops. So me making that transition was humbling too, because I had to do nothing but only work. The first time in my life, I had to say, like Tootie said, that's when I started understanding that the numbers that people was throwing out really wasn't no money. Now people was like, oh, all you gotta do is make $40,000. All you gotta do is make $30,000. Yeah, that's cool if you do this on the side. But if you just make $30,000, yeah, you don't have no money. You see what I'm saying? So it's cool when you hear a nigga say, oh, I make $30,000. Yeah, you make $30,000, but then you know you need to do other stuff on the side. So then it make you expand yourself as a man. You're like, now, okay, I got to go find something else to do legit. I got to go do this. I gotta stop buying that. I got to do, it make you grow up. And now you see with all the stuff you were saying, what people around you were saying about why men act like that is because they don't have the luxury of a spoiled child. And actually, hustling at a young age, that's what you become, a spoiled child. Because you can get anything you want, but it's not without working for it. Because it sells itself. You're not really doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So me moving to Atlanta and saying I'm not gonna do nothing was a hard job because I had so many resources to be whatever I wanted to be in any world I wanted to be, and so many connections. And then I was still working at a job that I was just the bottom of the road. But then working my way up now, I see that it needed to be done. And I believe that's what made me go to that level with Tootie was just talking about. I'm gonna close at the end. Is that I'm just a bitch yet. Like when I was young, I knew I was going to jail. I was prepared to go to jail. It was how long was I not going to jail? It was okay. I'm gonna do crimes that keep me up under 10, because I could knock a 6 or 7 out on my hand. It's that 10 get me a little weary. I might have to fight a little more. I have to stamina. It might extend my sentence. That's crazy. That was my thinking when I was younger. Now I don't want to do 10 minutes. So that's another reason it make you pivot too, because when you work you see how long it takes for you to build this up. Boy, it's so hard now. Boy, you go lose it all. Then you got to start all the way back over. It don't even become worth it no more. You know what I'm saying? And now you can understand that. And you understand life. Like right now, shoot, I let nigga hump me, go around me, and listen, I don't want no problems. You know what I'm saying? So I think me stopping the hustle is crazy. Is like what pivoted my life, because it made me actually look at life for what it was and not the fantasy that I thought was being life. And you know what the craziest thing is? Now when I sit back and look at people, if we was all in this world together, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, man, I was just having a talk with one of my homeboys, and I was like, dang, I want him to get it. Because, I'm that kind of person. Like, I get it, I want everybody around me to get it, right? I want all us to be. So I'm like, dang, but I had to understand. I couldn't have seen it. When I was there, it was people who was telling me the same thing I'm telling them. So then I had to extend grace and just pray a little harder, because I understand what I'm saying to him is still foreign. Because he ain't even begin to walk that road yet. And I couldn't even imagine walking it at 40. It was hard walking it at 30. But at 40, started at the bottom of a warehouse or at a kitchen or at something. Woo. And you're going to have a 22-year-old guy out of college and tell you, boy, that's a, and I think that's what keep most men hustling. I ain't going to lie to you. Because they try. I believe more men want to stop hustling than the world give them credit for. There's a lot of men who actually want to stop, but that's it. They want to stop hustling and make $100,000. They want to get paid $70,000 out the gate, and they willing to stay there for 2 months, and then they want another raise for $5,000 every 6 months. You know what I'm saying? That's not the way the world works.
Or think they can wash cars and do barbecue grills into that same money, and that just ain't gonna be like that, man.
Or what they said, Chris, they don't want to work for nobody. So there you go. Now they take the entrepreneur route, not knowing a damn thing about business, and say, I'm gonna face. And then, like you said, I got the money. I'm gonna buy me a van, and you think you gonna wash
barbecue grill?
Here go the hard truth. For every dollar I made on them streets, I tell them I paid it back. Any dollar I made, I paid it back, boy. But we don't want to do that work. There's a lot of our partners still out there. And the truth is, for whatever you think I got now, I promise you, boy, I had to pay it back, boy. It takes some work, but it's worth it. And I know some dudes, that's the trade-off. Like, I'm just in it now. I've been doing it so long that, I can't do that 9 to 5 because it ain't the same. But I'm going to tell you one thing that bothered me, and it stuck in my head, and it's a statement that changed my life. Andre 3000 said, you can't be the king of the parking lot forever. I heard that one day, and it just stuck in my head for the longest, bro. And that good at my I don't recall ever graduating at all. Sometimes I feel like I'm a disappointment to y'all. Bro, listen, them boys,
Bro, I used to
bruh,
listen
bruh.
on the boy by myself. I used to be like, God, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I know I was a question to ask y'all. I know we going over. Like, it'd be like, sometimes you got to think about. I be looking at life. I'm 40 now, right? So I'm old. So as I get older, I start thinking my next step in life is senior citizen, right? You know, you got kid, baby, pre-teenager, teenager, then you got adult, then you got once you hit 40, your next step is a 65, you're a senior citizen, right? So I be looking at it, I be like, dang, bro, like you just said, some of my homeboys really like, I'm in it. But I be like, bro, do you understand? Like, in a little while, you ain't gonna be able to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then what? And I think that's what I'm so scared of for so many people I love, because I know, like, bro, all it takes is one. I seen my uncle have a stroke at 50, but he been working all his life. But he been working off. He's living off of his money that he put up. So what if you ain't put no money up?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy, yeah,
Well, I say, man, it's hard. It's hard to you are just addicted to that drug as that user are.
Yeah.
You're addicted to that lifestyle. You're addicted to how it comes. You're addicted to all that, man. And the crazy thing is, I can't speak for all of them, but I used to try to unsend stuff as far as like, oh, I'm not gonna sell to the kid or the woman, as if some kind of way you can unsend this. You can't unsend this. You can, and for what you said, Horace, I don't know if you can ever pay that back. I speak for myself. Some of the things that I've seen and had to do, and I don't know if I can ever pay those back. I think my judgment is coming
That's
on.
the thing about it is you not see. That's the thing about it is I got to go my route, which is the religious route. It was never the design for you to pay it back. That's the greatness about it. It was designed for you to pay it.
Who paid it? Who paid it?
Jesus paid it all.
Paid it all.
Guess what?
Paid it all. That's why it's so great that you don't even have to rest your little head, man. Don't even have to worry about it.
That's why I ain't got nothing in the bank for.
Yeah, I'm about to tell you. Listen, I'm telling you,
I'm waiting for them to take it out my student loan.
I worked like a dog for them couple of years before I seen like that. When I say paid it back, bro, that transition from streets to regular, bro, it takes some work and people don't want to do it, bro. They naive.
Well, whoop you, boy. I had to go to the back of the warehouse sometimes and just sit there and be like, why have you forsaken me? I kill this nigga.
What? Listen, I'm 20, so I'm about to be 30. I'm on the back of a garbage truck, boy. First time I'm on the back of a garbage truck, I ride through Lake Pauls. I'm like, Lake Pauls is small. Until I got on the back of the garbage truck where you got to go down every street. Boy, I threw up the first 3 days. 3 days.
Bro, I tell you, bro, when I was in Atlanta, it's the coldest. When I moved up there the last time, it said this creed. To this date, you can Google it. It's the coldest winter. The coldest 4 days in Atlanta history was there when I was outside. I'm like, bro, there's no way Atlanta cold, bro. I'm like, this is crazy, bro. I'm going home, bro. I'm out there with a thin sweater. I got like Kurt telling me, bro, don't worry about it. Just you got it, bro. I'm like, man, listen, well, I'm not, man. You got people riding by throwing trash at the car. I'm like, man, this, but you know,
try
like,
your shit.
I swear to God, boy. I swear to God, dog. Like, I wish I had went down that road earlier because you need to do it, and then the money is only the byproduct of what you do. The byproduct, man. The lessons you learn, of humility, of understanding, of patience, of gratefulness that you learn while you going in that transition.
Listen,